Let us chant Brahmanand. Santi, Santi, Santi.
Yes, students, in the previous session, we discussed about the health and disease. Means we have gone through the introduction of health and disease, where we discussed what is health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity, according to the WHO, World Health Organization. Then we discuss the pathogen. What is pathogen? The disease causing microorganism is called pathogen. But not only the microorganism, disease causing microorganism, even the viruses. Disease causing microorganism means the bacteria, the protozoa, the fungi, even the helminthes. Even the viruses, the connecting link between the living and non-living. And as this is the time of COVID-19, the pandemic disorder is going on, you are aware of the viral infection very well. And even the prions are also known as the pathogens, the wrong proteins, the infectious proteins, which are having the normal amino acid, the sequence of amino acids, but they are folded wrongly. That's why prions, the wrong infectious proteins, are also known as pathogens. We discussed the disease. What is disease? When the body or the body part is not functioning normally, then it is called disorder. Then what are the types of disorder or disease? Disease can be the congenital or acquired. Congenital already we have discussed in previous sessions. The sex-linked disorders, the autosomal disorders, the allosomal disorders, autosomal recessive, that the thalassemia we have discussed. The sex-linked recessive disorders we have discussed, the hemophilia, color blindness, and the allosomal disorders or even the autosomal Down syndrome, and allosomal means sex chromosomal Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome we have discussed. The acquired diseases can be the communicable, non-communicable. Communicable, that may be infectious, that means infectious. How the infection comes? Either direct or indirect. If comes direct, then the type of disease is contagious, like bacterial, viral diseases. Okay? Even that may enter into our body through our food or contaminated water. Even the droplet borne is the COVID-19. Fomite borne. Even the pathogen, when our body fluid, the body fluid means it comes in contact with an article, and we are holding it, and eventually it enters in our body through nose or through mouth, then also we are being affected. So this is contaminated or contagious. When the pathogen transmitted or comes to our body, transmitted, okay, to our body indirectly through a vector like malaria, filaria, they come through a vector, mosquito vector, okay, then that is non-contagious. And the non-communicable are generally due to the deficiency, degenerative, addictive, cancer, maybe due to the deposition of toxic metabolites, so metabolic diseases. Okay. Now we will, in this session, we are going to discuss filariasis, which is a communicable or infectious disease, but non-contagious because it is transmitted by a vector. Let us discuss. Filariasis is also known as elephantiasis. Why? Mainly we will discuss in the symptom due to the swelling of the legs, enormous swelling of the leg. That's why it is also known as elephantiasis. The most affected part of our body is the foreleg. It is a tropical disease because it is more common in warm countries. In India, it has been seen since 6th century AD. It is a filariasis, a tropical disease. As it is more common in warm countries. And in India, has been seen, observed since 6th century, means 500, 1 to 600 we can say. 6th century AD. It is a, as I told, it is the infectious disease. It is an infectious helminthic disease because caused by a helminthus, helminthic nematode. Helminthic disease. The pathogen, what is the pathogen? It is caused by the pathogen Wuchereria bancrofti or Wuchereria malai. Now what is the pathogen? It is caused by a digenetic Viviparous nematode or helminthus. The Wuchereria bancrofti and Wuchereria malai. The most important one you have to, okay, while writing you have to underline the scientific terms. Wuchereria malai. When it is asked, name the causative pathogen of filariasis. Even you may be asked as elephantiasis, but the main term is filariasis. Then you should write down this pathogen, Wuchereria bancrofti. Okay. Then if it is given in the choice that which of the following is a filarial worm, then you can go for that. But remember, in first choice, your answer should be Wuchereria bancrofti because it is written most commonly. Okay, it is the most common pathogen, and The answer is also first. It is taken for Ucereria benprocte. It is viviparous. Why it is a viviparous? Because it gives birth. The pathogen gives birth to the young ones. Okay. Why it is digenetic? Because it completes its life cycle in two hosts, one vertebrate host and one invertebrate host. Okay, the vertebrate host is the human being, and the invertebrate is mosquito. So why digenetic? Two hosts. Completes the life cycle is completed in two hosts, that is human and mosquito. Here two terms you have to remember. Human is the primary host. And whereas mosquito is the secondary host. As per the rule, where the sexual reproduction occurs, that host is taken as primary host. So sexual reproduction takes place within the human body. That's why human is the primary host and mosquito is the secondary host. The primary host is also known as definitive host. What? Definitive host. And secondary host is also known as intermediate host. Mosquito is the secondary host or the intermediate host. Okay. Then where the parasite remains. Yes. This pathogen is a parasite. Remember, caused by a digenetic viviparous nematode parasite. Okay, here is the species is given. This parasite remains in the lymph organs, lymph vessels or connective tissue. The adult parasite, where it resides, this pathogen, the adult parasite remains within lymph vessels, lymphatic systems. Okay, lymphatic systems. That means we can say lymphatic system means lymph vessels, lymph organs, lymph organs, and I written here within. Okay, even in connective tissues. As I told, these are viviparous. They give birth to young ones. The young ones are called these adult ones. The adults give birth. To the young ones or juveniles. Young ones are also called juveniles. Juveniles. The juveniles are commonly known as microphyllae. Microphyllariae. What they are called? The juveniles are called microphyllariae. So we can see microphyllae. These microphyllae are having the different stages. The first stage, they are in first stage. In the night, they migrate to the blood vessels present below the skin. Which blood vessels? Actually, in the daytime, they remain in the deeper blood vessels, whereas at night, these microphyllae, the first stage larva, they migrate to pass to the blood vessels near the skin to be picked up by the mosquitoes. When the mosquitoes take their milk, our blood, okay, take the milk, that is blood milk from our body. So they are picked by the microphyllae means the larvae. Simply, young ones, juveniles means what? The larvae. The first stage larvae are ingested by or ingested by the mosquitoes in their blood milk. Okay, then they enter into their stomach, then into the muscle. Okay, then they transformed into the third stage microphyllae larvae. They transformed into the third stage of microphyllae larvae, which are the active and infective stage. Okay, and again when the mosquitoes to take the blood milk, then from the human being, they are transmitted to new host. Okay, and they are deposited in the area of the mosquito bite. So let us discuss the life cycle of mosquitoes. Okay, life cycle is completed in two, that is human and the mosquito. Which mosquitoes? The Culex pipiens. The mosquitoes are the vectors of the pathogen Wuchereria bancrofti and Wuchereria malayi. So mosquitoes are the vectors. Remember, what are they called? That's why the stages of the pathogens, they are transmitted by some vector. That's why this disease is a non-contagious, because indirectly the pathogens comes to our body, not directly. Okay, the mosquitoes are Culex pipiens, Culex, CU, pipiens, scientific name. Okay, even the Aedes, even Anopheles. Here also the female. Okay, the female Culex pipiens or Aedes or Anopheles. But the most important, most common is Culex pipiens. So when it is asked, name the vector which transmit the filarial worm, then you should write down the female Culex pipiens. In other case, when it is required, you can go for Aedes or Anopheles. Okay. As we know, the adult one gives birth to the young one called the microphyllae. And this microphyllae remain sheathed. Means the adult one gives birth to the sheathed microphyllae. And this life cycle of the microphyllarial worms that completes in 10 to 14 days in the 4 stages. What are they? Exciting means is the young ones born in sheathed stage. Thus, the shedding of the sheath is called exciting. Then the first, second, and third stage. Let us discuss this. The exciting or shedding of the sheath is the shedding of occurs after 1 to 2 hours of ingestion. Ingestion intake is the mosquito picked up the microfilary from the superficial blood vessels at what time? At the night time. That is generally from 10 p.m. to 4 p.m. 4 a.m. Sorry, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. At night time, their microfilary, the young ones which are born to the adult ones, they migrate to the superficial blood vessels, and they are picked up by the mosquitoes. Then they set up. The seat is set up after 1-2 hours of ingestion, where in the stomach of mosquito. In the stomach of mosquito, the exithing occurs. Then what happens? Within 6 to 12 hours, the exithed microfilary, they enters into the wall of they penetrate into the wall of the stomach wall. Within 6 to 12 hours, the microfilary, exithed microfilary. Which microfilary? This exithed microfilary means without, now they are motile. When they are exitted, when the sheath is set up, then they become motile in the mosquito. So exithed microfilary enter into, penetrate into stomach wall of the stomach wall of the mosquito. Then they migrate to, where they migrate? Migrate to the thoracic muscles. Thoracic muscles of the mosquito. There they grow into a sausage shaped. There they grow into a sausage shaped, and this is called first stage. This is called the L1 or larval stage, L1 stage. Okay, first stage larva. L1 or first stage larva. Then there is a sausage set. How it is? Okay, the sausage set that develops and grow and develops in alimentary canal. Grows and develop in size in alimentary canal but remain inactive. Okay, then there comes the third stage. This is the second stage. Okay, this is the second stage, and then becomes the third stage, and the third stage L3. Okay, L3 stage. This is first stage means L1. Here L2. You can say the L3 stage. The third stage is the active and infective stage. That travels to migrate to the proboscis of the mosquito. Where they migrate? Migrate into proboscis, the feeding organ. Proboscis, the tubular feeding organ. So proboscis of mosquito. We are talking about the discussing now mosquito. Then during the blood meal, during the mosquito takes its blood meal, that is transmitted, the third stage larvae are transmitted into the new host, new human host. When they are traveling, they are migrating them from proboscis to, then migrating to the new human host. In the new human host, again they develop into the adult, male or female, develop into adult, male and female. And as the elephantiasis, because of the swollen legs, it is commonly known as elephantiasis. In human, adult male and female remains, and adult produces the C3 microfilary. Then they travel to migrate to blood vessel, from where the mosquitoes pick up this C3 microfilary, and within the stomach the microfilary set the seed, and they become sausage shaped in the thoracic muscle in mosquito. These are in mosquito. This is L1 stage, first larval stage, L2 stage, L3 stage. This is in alimentary canal of Remember, the diagram is not required. It is important for only 2.5 short notes, or maybe in 3.5 the short note of long question, but mainly for short note or 1 mark question. Then in fact the third larval stage is the infective stage that transmit to the new host. But the mode of infection is through the mosquito. Already we have discussed, through the infected mosquito we can say, and that is Culex aedes or the Anopheles mosquito, mainly Culex, as I have told you. And incubation period is 8 to 16 months. Okay. What is incubation period? The first symptom when it is in incubation period. Incubation period is 8 to 16 months. That means the 8 to 16 months it takes to show the symptoms. Okay, first symptoms are appeared in the human in 8 to 16 months. Diagnosis, how it can be diagnosed? By blood test under the microscope. Under the microscope. When at night the blood can be collected under the microscopic blood tested. Okay. Now let us discuss the symptoms. The symptoms are like inflammation of lymph glands due to the, why? Because of accumulation of, means residing of the parasites. Accumulation of parasites that block the lymph glands. That blocks the blockage of lymphatic system occurs. That blocks the lymphatic system, lymphatic vessels. Excessive growth of connective tissue, excessive or enormous swelling of the affected organs like the legs, scrotum, the mammary gland, even the genitalia, female genitalia. Diagnosis, as we discussed, the blood testing under the microscope. Treatment, the anti-helminthic drug can be given like a heterogen, the DEC, diethyl carbamazine. Eradication of mosquitoes, their breeding places, and protection from mosquito bite can prevent the filariasis. So let us see how we can do. Spraying of insecticides like DDT and BSC. DDT, dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. BSC, benzene hexachloride, can be sprayed pesticide or the insecticide to kill adult mosquitoes. Filling small ditches with the soil surrounding our living place, our house, where the small ditches are there that can be filled with the soil to kill the larvae. Kill the larvae means these ditches are the breeding places. Breeding places. So the larvae might be there. So in breeding places, we can fill the soil. We can fill it with the soil. Introducing larvicidal pieces means those pieces feed the larvae like Gambusia minnows and trouts. Putting wire gauge in the doors, in the windows, and using the mosquito net, mosquito repellent to prevent mosquito bite. To prevent mosquito bite. Even the DEC, diethyl carbamazine, can be taken as a prophylactic measure. Remember, DEC also kill the microfilariae. Even it can be taken as prophylactic measure. Okay, what we learned in this session, that the filaria caused by filariasis is caused by the Wuchereria bancrofti, Wuchereria malai, which is the digenetic viviparous nematode parasite. Why digenetic? Because live in the two hosts, completes the life cycle in two hosts, that is the human and mosquito. The vector is the Culex pipiens or Aedes or Anopheles. This is the most important, and life cycle that occurs through the four stages: exciting stage, then the first larval, then second larval, and third larval. The most important is the infective stage of the filariasis. The third stage of larva, that is microfilariae. Microfilariae. Third larval stage of microfilariae is the infective stage. Okay, thank you.